Hello folks, welcome to another edition of Gamer Logic, and on today's episode, we're going to take a look at my game room, the Gamer Logic game room for May 2020. Let's do this. Greetings, everyone. I'm Mike Murtis, and hopefully you're all doing great during this pandemic. And I thought it was time to go through the game room again and show you guys everything that has changed since the last time I did a game room tour. And geez, the last time I did one, did I do one in 2019? I actually don't remember. I think I may have attempted a few of them and they just weren't going the way I wanted them to go. So what you're looking at here is my upstairs game room. So this doesn't feature stuff like PS3 or PS4 or the latest gen stuff, though I do have an Xbox One in here, but this is really retro focus, and this is where I work on most of my videos. This is where I work from home, as well as just sit down, listen to music, or play some games. So let's talk about some of the new stuff that's in the room and some of the long time favorites that are inside the Gamer Logic game room. So one of the greatest additions to the Gamer Logic game room that I use for doing videos, as well as comparing and contrasting for pictures for Old School Gamer magazine when I'm doing articles, is this Sony BVM right here. This thing is absolutely beautiful. This was given to me by a coworker who has a lot of experience in video production and has worked with so many different video programs throughout the years. So happy to have that thing. It has helped me out so much, and it's really great for light guns. Moving on, you can see that we still have the LG LED TV hooked up. I think this has like 21 milliseconds of lag time to it, which is better than some of the other LCD and LED screens I have. I've been looking at QLED stuff, but right now it's just hard finding the right size screen, because as you can see here, this like tabletop that has all my mini arcade cabinets and my records and my TVs is just stacked. So I have limited space as far as what I can do. So I really need to stay within the constraints of the TV size. These are some of my new wave Replicades, I believe it is. And Tempest, Street Fighter 2, the Change Machine, that just brings back so many memories. And looking at what we have here, this is all video game soundtracks, or at least like 90% of them are video game soundtracks. I love having video game soundtracks on vinyl. If you've been following the channel for a while, you've probably seen me post miscellaneous rips from miscellaneous albums. This here is a bootleg compilation, but it's awesome nonetheless. Here's Super Hang On from Data Discs. I love the stuff they do. And oh yeah, Streets of Rage 2. Kishiro really knows what he's doing when it comes to music composition, that's for sure. Some great albums, but these are great to just listen to. Check out this Asteroids 1979 from Numbskull. This is a cool floor mat on top of my floor mat, which I use when I go to standing desk mode. Still using the FrameMeister. Love the upconvert signal. I know there's other options out there, and I actually have most of the other options, but I always find myself going back to the FrameMeister. Got a Turbo Duo R here. This actually replaced my Duo that I had due to so many issues, cap issues. It wouldn't even launch the CD area of it now, or the CD portion. My Neo Geo, my Super Nintendo, my PlayStation, my Sega Saturn. And on the bottom there, you see my SCART video switcher, so I can have up to 8 consoles plugged in at the same time. It'll automatically switch over, and the signal routes to my FrameMeister and my BVM. The old turntable, and further down here we have my Sony tuner. It's an okay tuner. I think the caps are going bad on it. Audio's getting quiet on it. We got a modded RGB Famicom, a disc system, and oh, my MSX, my red MSX2. I love that thing. Still rocking the lightsaber collection, though I've got rid of a ton of them. Mostly the name brand stuff, just because you really can't do much with them. There's my Castlevania Chronicles poster that I got at Comic-Con so many years ago. If you guys have seen these Nanoleaf LED lights that have been put out and are featured in a lot of YouTube videos, they are awesome. I really regret not picking up one sooner. Miscellaneous Street Fighter marquees, and then this is the top of my Sega Saturn kiosk here. Miscellaneous figures. You know, since I got the BVM, I actually unplugged the TV on this thing. The fluorescent light on the bottom that's normally blue actually burned out, which is super, super unfortunate. The thing is so damn heavy. I'm really thinking about just getting rid of this thing and really getting my new Astro City cabinet up here. But let's flip around. There's my buddy Slimy. There is a Bomberman plush with the F-bomb. My replica of the Castlevania 3 artwork right from the artist. It's not an original. Someone called me out on that, which wasn't trying to say that this was the original piece of artwork that went out, but this is the original Castlevania 3 artwork. So, play on words there. My Alienware, 2110 ultra widescreen monitor. That thing kicks ass, not only for like ultra widescreen gaming, but for spreadsheets. When I'm doing spreadsheets and presentations and stuff, that thing's awesome. Little jabber speaker that I use for my work from home stuff. Big old PlayStation icon lights, more lightsabers. There is a Nintendo chest. I had one as a child, and someone found one for me, and I was able to acquire one. I love that thing that holds all my miscellaneous controllers and wires. Of course, there's my gaming PC, though I don't do a ton of PC gaming. I really don't. This is my standing desk, so I can convert from standing to sitting, and you got to make sure that everything is clear here, because as you can see, my Famicom tissue holder is going for a ride, and it just made it, so it's safe. So let's go and check and make sure we didn't break the damn thing. So that must have been just moved over enough to get picked up here. No big deal, but here we are. We're at standing level, which again, working from home and now having to be in this room for more than I've ever have been, it's nice to be able to switch things up to standing. The wire management is kind of a pain in the ass, so. Big old cartridges, some of the miscellaneous figures and lightsabers and arcade light switch that I have around the room here. Those are Darth Maul and Kit Fitzu's lightsaber. I've completed my Final Fantasy VIII collection of figures. We have miscellaneous figures all up here. Castlevania, Mega Man. I got some of my limited run special editions, and I think it's strictly limited games that did the Ninja Warriors, if I recall. And let's shut this door here. And I love that Castlevania Rondo of Blood poster. I got that from Mondo a couple years ago. And again, over here, miscellaneous figures. And then this is my entire loose cartridge collection. Well, 98% of it. SNES games, NES games, Genesis games, Famicom games, Master System games, Super Famicom games, Nintendo 64 games, and Jaguar games, Atari Jaguar. There's supposed to be an Atari Jaguar flash cart coming out that I really, really want to get. The standout game right now is still Metal Warriors I have out there. Final Fantasy VII figures. I have a complete collection of them. Other than the box set that's out there, it's just extremely stupid expensive. And I have all the originals here, so I'm good with that. Let's open the Closet of Doom here. I've actually cleaned this up a little bit. It still has way too much crap in there, but this is where I keep all my box systems. So there's a TurboGrafx, a 32X. There's my garbage can. Awesome, right? What else is in here? My box Virtual Boy, my import Saturn, and of course my very, very powerful duster that I use to fight dust. So check out this kung fu action with the duster. Let's get rid of that thing. Windy Gaming, rest in peace. Stone Age Gamer, Mortal Kombat, Data Discs, Mondo, all sorts of fun little stickers here that I just kind of put on the side of this shelf that used to sit in a video store. Here's the other side of the closet that I can't open. Something's stuck, so I'll have to clean that up. But just more miscellaneous systems, handheld boxes, all sorts of good stuff there. Some Star Wars autographs, some artwork there, miscellaneous Final Fantasy VIII figure there. We shoved Porzel there. My Valhalla plushes, those things are awesome. Still don't know where those came from, but whoever sent those to me, if you're watching, thank you. Here's complete in box games, so basically they have everything they need to be considered complete. So, I mean, Super Nintendo, NES, TurboGrafx, Sega Genesis, they're all up there. This is, I think it's the Genteku Castlevania Alucard statue. You'll see some cooler ones in a few minutes. It's really detailed. It's not bad, but it actually has some build issues to it that I was aware of, and then I ended up getting a hold of one of these for like a bargain price. It's cool, but not as cool as some other ones you'll see. My wrestling belt collection, which is constantly changing, and I actually have the IWGP title on the way. Can't wait for that. Moving on, this is the mostly disc-based games. There's some exceptions, of course, but there's Xbox games here. There's PlayStation 2 games here. Sega Saturn, TurboGrafx 16 CD, PlayStation. I think I mentioned Saturn already, but there's a mix of like import stuff in here, Dreamcast, but this shelf is absolutely stacked, and that's why there's stuff stacked on the top of this thing, because I have no room. And this is why I don't have any of my Xbox 360, my PlayStation 3, my PlayStation 4. All of that stuff is downstairs because I simply do not have any more space to put disc-based games here. Really, I don't have any room for cartridge-based games. I don't have room for games up here, period. And I have really gone through and cleaned up like as much as I wanted to keep and as much as I wanted to get rid of. And I still have a bunch of stuff here that I actively play or I'm going to use for reviews or whatever. Before we get to these beautiful, beautiful statues, let's open up this cabinet, because I don't show this too often because usually it's a mess, and I cleaned this up during the pandemic. Here are boxed Super Famicom games. I have some great titles in here. Dracula XX, Final Fantasy VI. Going down here, we've got 3DO games. We've got Master System games, both domestic as well as import. Great little system. This is some more handheld stuff, so like PSP, PS Vita. And then down here is the big boxed games. So big box PlayStation games, Saturn games, 3DO games, Sega CD games, stuff of that nature. All right, before we get to the beauty that these statues are, we have to talk about some turds. And that is the Diamond Select Castlevania figures from the Netflix TV show. God, I was so excited to get these, and they came, and I was supposed to review them, and I decided not to do a review. Here they are out of the box. They are crap. Trevor Belmont doesn't even have the proper hands to hold his whip. It's awful. Sypha's cool. She's not bad, though she's got a little bit of a googly eye action to her. There is some cool Xenogears figures, but yeah, those Castlevania figures, not so good. We'll see how it goes with the second season, but let's talk about some greatness here. And that is the first four figures, Alucard and Simon Belmont statues. Holy crap, these are awesome. Look at the design, look at the sculpting, look at that shield. These are just so damn cool. Even their bases are freaking awesome. And I'm a huge Castlevania fan. I had to have these. One of our Facebook folks, probably a year or so ago, pointed these out to me, and I was like, wow, I gotta have these. The only thing with Simon Belmont that I get all the time is like, oh, that's an awesome He-Man figure you have. And it's like, no, this is Simon Belmont. He looks awesome. Look at that whip. Just so badass. So great stuff. First for Figures makes some tremendous statues, and Dracula is on the way soon. So yeah, that's kind of the daytime tour. And I call it daytime because this is with like the regular lights turned on and daylight, a little bit of daylight coming through. But let's check out what the game room is like during what I like to dub night mode. So after a hard day's work or a great day during the weekend, you pop the window open, you let the spring summer breeze come in, and you set the game room to night mode. And I love being in this room when this is the mode, the lighting is set, because it's just so dynamic and so diverse in the terms of different colors and everything that show up. It's just so peaceful. I can sit, I can relax, I can put some tunes on, I can throw on a game, I can just sit and write and relax, or just kind of veg out and enjoy myself. Like, it's just so peaceful. And if I really want to ramp it up, I have a couple different options I can do for the lighting, but it's just so atmospheric. And this is a combination of course, the nano leaf and the Philips Hue lights, with the exception of the LED strips that you see. I love the Philips Hue lighting, and I know a lot of people say it's not needed and there's alternatives and it's expensive, but I was an early adopter of Philips Hue, and I've had no issues with their products. I love them. And again, I love all the different things they've been doing with it, and the fact that, I can play a PC game with them, or anything coming through my video capture, and actually have the lights dramatically adjust to what it's seeing on screen is just super cool. But what's even better, like I said, if I want to throw on some tunes and I really want to see this room react to it, then all I need to do is put everything on music mode. Hopefully no one has a seizure watching this, so hey, seizure warning if you're prone to those. But check this stuff out. So I got Power Blade 2 playing in the background, Stage 3, fantastic music track, and the room is just reacting to all the sounds it's hearing. The nano leaf is going, the hue lights are going, my PlayStation icon lights are going to the beat. Man, you want to pump yourself up, you want to get filled with energy, or again, you just want to enjoy some music, you set the room to this and just let all the light hit you, and it's awesome. It's taken years for me to perfect this gaming room in terms of lighting and having a great mix of what I love and what I enjoy, from games to Star Wars to music to a little bit of everything. And again, just having a setup that I can play games in here, I can do my regular full-time job in here. This room is so versatile, and this room just kind of centers me with stuff, which is awesome. And I am very, very proud to be able to show it to you. Thanks for watching, everyone.